teenage girls. You're a grown-ass man married with the child. Can you please be humble and do your job? Like, and I was like, no, I don't. Why do you care? Today I want to talk about body shaming, and I want to tell you my story because I was body shamed for my whole life and I know it like no one else knows. I'm so sorry, that's still pretty sensitive topic for me, but I decided to talk about that because no one talks about this enough. I think that people are imagining the body shaming only when it's about overweight, but it's not. Sometimes skinny people get body shamed too. I think people should stop commenting about your body, like what they think, because that's my body and I will do whatever I want and I will look however I want. You are not allowed to make nasty comments about that and even make jokes, which I've heard a lot through my life. Sadly, I experienced that when I was too young. I was like in the junior school, since the junior till like middle school, because in the middle school when I was teen, this body shaming peaked and I was so done with this that I started responding back very, very harsh, and that kind of worked. To be honest, I think that with that kind of people who are body shaming, nothing else will work. I'm not a therapist and specialist about that, but I know what these kind of people are thinking when they are making nasty comments about someone's appearance. Actually, that kind of people are very insecure. The most insecure people you'll ever seen are the body shamers. They are that insecure and they hate themselves that much that they are trying to lower someone else to make themselves feel better. But of course that doesn't work, because if you will lower someone, you won't be higher, you won't be better. So that kind of people, you need to understand. The people that are making bad comments, bad jokes about you are always insecure. Body shaming goes both ways. It's not only about being fat, it's also about being too skinny, because I'm the example of that. The peak of the body shaming was when I was like 14. I just turned 14 and I was so insecure. I was so insecure about myself, about my body, that when summer started, I was always scared to wear short sleeve t-shirts because they will see my skinny arms and they will make comments. And when I say I was body shamed, I don't mean that I was body shamed in the school by my classmates, because to be honest, I've never heard something bad from my classmates, except the new girls who just came to our class and they were so insecure that they wanted to lower someone else. In my school, I was not body shamed. Actually, I was friends with everyone and I was okay with these people. They were nice to me. They knew me from the beginning, from the junior, and they were always nice to me and they never made some nasty comments. But when the new girls came in our class, I know that this girl was so insecure about herself, and she was, I'm not saying anything in the bad way, but she was thinking that she was overweight. Okay, I won't call this fat because that's kind of sounds not right. So she was really insecure about her body. She was always trying to hide it. She was always making comments, something like, I'm trying to lose my weight. She was always in that process of losing weight. And okay, when you're trying to lose weight and you'd like to be more skinny, but you should not try to feel better on someone else bullying and body shaming. You should try to feel better by making yourself feel better, look better, and just say to yourself that you're prettier. Just work on your mindset to feel better, and don't bully anyone else. That won't work anyways. It will just make the other people feel shitty. So whenever I say I was body shamed, I mean I was body shamed by everyone. Everyone around me were making comments that are not harmful, or they are like jokes, but they were so nasty and so bad. Like, that's not a joke, okay? I know jokes when it's funny to everyone, but when you're saying a joke about someone and it's funny to everyone except that person, that is bullying. That's not a joke. Grown people can be that insecure that you can't even imagine. They are even more insecure than the teens. That period of my time was that dark that my brain decided to just erase all the memories. Right now I'm just sitting and torturing myself to remember all the moments. That is just so sensitive, because when I remember I was that young, that sensitive and kind to the world, and everyone else did that to me. This is first time me talking about that like this openly. I've never talked with someone about what I felt, and I'm the kind of person, if I'm going through something bad and traumatizing and I have a lot of feelings about that, I can't share this with anyone. I'm always holding it inside, and it's just me and my problems and no one else, and that's kind of makes it worse. I think I was not sharing with anyone these problems and these feelings because I was thinking that they will just not look at this enough seriously. You know, they will say something like, they won't help with anything. I was just holding everything inside of me. They were saying some shitty things like, oh, you're too skinny, you're not eating enough, or oh, you're so skinny and so weak. When it's windy outside, you should walk with someone so you won't fly away. Like, what? Is that a joke? You know what? If you can't make funny jokes, then don't try to. What was that? Because what do you mean? And that was coming from that insecure bitch, which was thinking that she's fat. So they were saying some things like that. I was always underweight, but it was just like how I was when I saw the pictures of my mom, my grandma, my dad in their teens or early adults. They were also skinny and tall. I'm not too tall. I'm like somewhere middle, but they were never like full people, okay? They gained weight with the age. This talking video is like the most chaotic thing I've ever filmed, because I've never filmed story times. I was really close to getting sane, and I was thinking about to myself, and that's kind of the period of the time which I don't remember exactly. No one knew what was going on. No one knew what I was feeling. So when I was thinking about to myself, I think the only thing that helped me then was my ex-best friend. I'm so thankful. When I say that I was not sharing my feelings with anyone, I was not till that moment, and she was kind of always around me. Like, we were going out together and we were playing together, so she always heard all the things that I was hearing about myself and my body, and she kind of knew without me saying anything. When my bestie helped me to not to do that and not to think about that, I decided that I will not let anyone to make jokes or to somehow make me feel uncomfortable, because when I'm saying all the genders, all the ages, people were making comments about me. My teacher, man, a grown-ass man, was making comments about my and my best friend's body. She's also skinny, but like, I don't think like she's too skinny. She's like normal weight. And he was making comments, a grown-ass man making comments, how we're too skinny, do we eat enough, and we should be Victoria's Secret models. Stop right there. What do you mean a grown-ass man is saying to the teenage girls that they should be Victoria's Secret models? Am I going insane, or what is going on right here? We thought that was creepy immediately, and we were like, girl, what was that? But the fact that like we are letting those men to make comments about our bodies, what are we doing? Can you please be humble and do your job of being teacher? Like, why are you making that comment to the teenage girls? You're a grown-ass man married with a child. He goes to me and like, have you eaten anything today? Like, I'm so sorry. This whole time I was not looking in the camera. I'm looking at myself and not in the camera. Sorry. So, where I was, they were also shaming me because of my skin color. Like, I'm pretty pale, Betty, as you can see. And I don't see anything bad in that, because we are humans, we have different skin shades, and that's okay. Because like, what do you mean we're making nasty comments about skin color? No, that's like, so they also made comments about how pale I am, which I'm just pale, okay? I don't go out to tan because I kind of don't like tan, and I also think that the skin color I have suits me the best. And I don't have a big problem. I don't have problem with the health. I'm okay. I don't know why people are that scared for my life. Why they care that much about my skin color and my body. I don't know, like, people are obsessed with my body. People are obsessed with how I look. They can't walk next to me and not say anything, like those grown-ass adults, okay? One woman said, oh my god, you're so pale. Are you not going out and tanning, or are you not walking under the sun? First of all, we're not living in the place where it's always sunny. And she was like, don't you want to wear any makeup? I was not in the makeup. I was going to my teacher's house because I was preparing for the exams. I was so done with everything, and I was just not wearing makeup because, you know, sometimes I don't wear makeup when I'm just going out because I feel myself pretty enough and I feel I'm confident and I'm not insecure, bitch. So I'm not wearing makeup every day. I'm just wearing makeup when I'm filming the video or when I'm going on some event, birthday, or when I just feel like I want to do my makeup. That's my choice and not yours. And she was like, don't you want to wear makeup? And I was like, no, I don't. Why do you care? Like, she just directly said to me, like, cover that ugly pale face. Like, cover up with the orange fucking foundation. So when I was like done, I decided to act. And I started responding to those people back. Every time they said something about my body, I always responded back very harshly and very aggressively, because I was so done. I was about to start fighting with everyone. At the beginning, I didn't knew how to respond back and how to make them shut up, so I was just reacting how I was feeling. It was very aggressive. I think that's the key of why they shut up. Maybe it's not the best response. Right now I'm responding back way more calmly, and I am using more of my intelligence than my feelings and emotions. So at the beginning it was very hard. I was just saying horrible things to them because I wanted them just to shut up. I didn't want it to hurt anyone, but I was so angry and I couldn't hide it anymore. So when I started responding back aggressively, guess what? All those people who were making comments like that I'm too skinny and I should gain weight, they started talking like, oh my god, you have my dream body, I wish I was like you. 2 days ago, you were saying that I was ugly and I was too skinny, and now you are saying that I have your dream body. Girl, they started making compliments about my body and that I'm so pretty, that I have their dream body, and they started showing that all this time they were just insecure about themselves, and that's why they were saying those things. So when I realized that it was not about me, it was about them, I started working on myself and how I think about myself. Because of all those comments and all those people, I was hating myself because anyone else hated on me. My opinion about myself was made of all those other people's opinions. They say that I'm too skinny. I was feeling that I'm too skinny, yeah. And when I understood that my opinion should not be formed with their opinions and it should be like how I feel about myself. Maybe I like to be this skinny. I've never had eating disorder. I was always eating normally, but people would always make comments like, if I don't like some food, I won't finish it and I won't eat that. Oh, you didn't finish that when I'm guest somewhere, and I'm so sorry, but I can't eat something if I don't want to because I don't like the food or it tastes horrible. I can't eat that. And I can't say that it tastes horrible, so I'm just saying that I'm not hungry and I can't eat anymore. They always said like, oh, you didn't even finish that, that's why you're so skinny. They won't think that their food is shit. They would think that I'm just not eating. Bitch, that's not me, that's your food. When I started liking my body and how I look and I started loving myself, all those people just shifted from the haters to the lovers. Like 2 weeks ago, they were saying that my body is not like it should be. And now they're saying that I have perfect body, I'm like supermodel. Sorry, what? So since then, I've never heard someone saying something bad about me because I won't let them. They know that if they will say something, I will shame them in front of everyone. I will say something that will make them uncomfortable, so they don't want to say anything. Even if they think something bad about me, they can't say. I just openly ashamed that, and they became like ashamed in front of everyone. So if you're going through the same right now, just know that you're not alone. There are like hundreds, thousands of people with the same problem. If you feel that you're alone with your problems, I would like to hear your story in the comments. When you understand that they say that because they are insecure about their selves and they just try to put down someone else when they are insecure and on the lowest, they try to bring down someone who is feeling better than them. You should start focusing on not what others say, but what you feel about yourself. So this is my story that I wanted to share today. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you liked this video, please subscribe and hit that like button. See you next time. Bye!